moving on. Ooh, let's talk this because this has been kind of
the hot take.
Hot takes.
Perfectly cooked bacon every time. Is it possible?
You're reading the advertisement again.
Okay.
So the Sony CEO finally speaks on the PS4 cross-platform play. And this isn't just the Fortnite situation. This is also just cross-platform play in general. For instance, you have Minecraft. You play it on Xbox. You can play it also with PC gamers. But you can't play...
And you can play it on Switch also.
You can play it on Switch, yeah.
Yeah, so you can play Xbox and Switch together, Minecraft.
Right, but you can't do it with PlayStation. They just don't let you. But really... the quote I'll say here from Twitter, where is it?
Oh no, it says at a Game Lab conference in Spain, so it wasn't just like a Twitter quote.
Oh, okay,
it was like an actual interview.
See, this is why you catch all the good stuff. So,
Sean Layton.
Yeah, Sean Layton, CEO of Sony Computer Interactive America, president. He says, we're hearing it, we're looking at a lot of the possibilities. You can imagine that the circumstances around that effort a lot more than just one game. I'm confident we'll get to a solution which will be understood and accepted by our gaming community while at the same time supporting our business.
I like how they had to add that last bit in.
Supporting our business. So basically...
we might do something, but it might not be exactly what you want.
Yeah, and in my brain, that what it's kind of turning that into is, we could do it, but you're going to pay for it. So it's probably going to be like a service, like maybe some sort of tier, be like, if you pay extra, we'll allow you to play with these other services or these other platforms. And... yeah.
They sell like a digital work visa for your to like play your PlayStation account on a different console.
Yeah, something like that. Like, okay, you can activate it, but you're going to give us $20 per game or something stupid like that.
And it lasts 6 months.
Yeah.
Or like 2 months.
It's a new subscription that you have to do. And, I mean, like, to me, a lot of people have a big issue. I think the big issue was with the Fortnite, right, recently. A lot of younger gamers play Minecraft. I could never get into Minecraft. I thought it was a great idea. I mean, obviously it is a great idea, but I just could never get into Minecraft.
Yeah, I had a friend that liked Minecraft, and I played it with him on 360 every now and then. But I just I had no idea what I was doing. I never got into it. I just dug straight down, which I was told never to do.
You go to hell or something like that.
Yeah, I fell into like a lava pit.
Or the mole people get you. Whatever it is. Honestly, I think it's a particular game for a particular genre itself. Like, to me, I don't have that time. I used to have that time. Like, I used to, with Halo 3, it was the Halo Forge, and I used to just make my own maps and stuff like that. But I had co-op in mind when I was building these things, and a lot of people build some crazy stuff in Minecraft, but it's people with time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the time for that, and... I'd rather be digging into my collection instead of spending hours and hours on something. But I mean, it's a great... Anyway.
I remember back then, the PC version of Minecraft had a lot more content than the Xbox one. And the way it was like, I read about it, it seemed like a lot like Destiny. Because they had like encounters against bosses. Like there was an Ender Dragon, which... seemed like a raid boss. I was like, it's like, you know what? Did Destiny really do it first?
Let's go raid in Minecraft.
So that's another tangent part 2.
I actually have Minecraft for my Mac.
Oh,
it was downloaded.
Ooh,
you could play.
We could play
like all night long.
Oh.
We can build a dragon.
We can build a dragon or download one because I don't want to build one. It takes too long.
So, but anyway. Like for Fortnite, the issue was if you played it on Switch and you tried to activate your PlayStation account, it locked it. That was it. Like you couldn't go back and open it and play like that. Like it was like a penalty. It's like, screw you. And that's not cool.
Not at all.
But then again, like we talked about it last week, it kind of shows in that comment which I don't think it's up to Sean at all. Like you could just like hear like the people in charge seem to be like, no, why do that? We're fine. We don't like crossplay. Who cares? We have all these exclusives coming out.
Sean like goes up to like the board meeting and he's like,
the Emperor.
We need to stop this. People are mad, and they're like, just make them back off. But we're not doing shit.
Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about it. But that's how they're thinking. It's a business, so right now they don't care. They have the exclusives. They're doing fine. They're the best selling console of this generation. They're winning. So
unless like trade-ins of PS4s like jump in like amount the next month, or sales start dropping because people stop playing games for PS4, then they'll do something about it then. But
yeah,
if it doesn't affect their bottom line, then they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, and I mean, like, how are your thoughts on it? Because there's a lot of people vocal online that are really like, hey, listen, I got the version for the Switch. It just came out, and now I'm really pissed off because like I have to start from scratch.
The one thing that really bothers me about it is like even if you don't know about this thing, as soon as you link it, you can't play on another console like that account.
Yeah,
I don't think you get an option to unlink your account. You're just like logged in once.
You're penalized.
Yeah, it's just like you played 5 minutes and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna play my Xbox, and now you can't.
Yeah.
So if you can unlink your account and then you're fine, then that's great.
What kind of bugs me though is, first of all, I don't understand how, like, okay, so your Fortnite account for Sony, like, I don't get why that is locked, because technically it's the game itself. It's not like, oh, Sony made Fortnite and I can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it has to be.
Because they can buy these cosmetics on like the Nintendo eShop or something, or from the Xbox store, and then they can use those cosmetics in a PS4 match.
I mean, I'd understand if the cosmetics were locked.
I mean, yeah, but those cosmetics are tied to the account. So if you play your account, you have all the cosmetics you already bought on a different store in your PS4 version.
I thought it was mostly just like your level and your experience.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
That I don't think Sony owns. I think that, like, they have no right to lock any of that.
Yeah, but if they don't lock the account, then the people are free to use stuff that they can buy in other free e-stores, rather than, because they like buy these things, but Sony gets no profit from that if they buy it in a different store.
Yeah, but they already bought it from them, so what do they care?
They didn't buy it from them.
It's like I'm buying a plunger from one store, then I'll buy a plunger from another store. That store shouldn't be pissed that I'm buying a second plunger from a different store. Of course, they want me to buy it from them, but I'm not going to buy two plungers.
But Fortnite, isn't it Battle Royale still free? So, you're not really paying anything for the game. So all you're really doing is playing it on the system, but you're spending money on maybe the PC version, and you have the PC version on Steam maybe. So Steam's getting it. Steam's getting the money. So Epic's getting the money, but PlayStation's cut out from that. They're not getting anything. Maybe they'll get. I don't know what they'll get. I don't care. But so Sony's got to figure something out to make cross-platform profitable for them, I guess. But at the same time, Microsoft and Nintendo don't have a problem with it. It doesn't hurt them. At least doesn't hurt them enough to them restrict anything about it.
Right. Which, I mean, listen, I always go back to this because Phil Spencer, really awesome. He turned Xbox right around this when
he's got a heart of gold.
I'm just curious to see what would happen if the tables were turned, if Xbox was doing the same as Xbox 360 was, and PlayStation was still trying to play catch up. I wonder if the roles would be reversed, or they would still, like, Sony would still stick to their principles with the business strategy. Like, no, sorry, we're not gonna, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if Xbox would still be so lenient on that.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I think that's like the cycle of the big three, or the big two in this case, because Nintendo doesn't really compete with them anymore. They're their own thing.
Yeah.
It's PS4 is on top, or PlayStation's on top. They get comfortable, and they start making decisions that aren't user friendly. Next generation, Xbox is on top. then they get comfortable, and then they make decisions that aren't user friendly, and then it just keeps going back and forth, back and forth.
Right, right. So, well, basically, like I said, we've mentioned it before. A lot of what Xbox is doing is setting up for the next generation. They're comfortable where they are right now. They have I think a really awesome plan set for them for the future.
Yeah, they're laying the groundwork for something really good.
Yeah, Sony, on the other hand, we don't really know what's happening. I mean, they're not talking backwards compatibility.
They're just talking games. That's all they're talking about, and which is great.
They're having really strange conferences. They're in E3 now. They're hiring flute players and
they just need
banjo players.
They need to upgrade their PlayStation Store to make their loading easier. It takes forever.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It's
and they gotta tone down their E3 conferences. Holy shit!
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's like make a Nintendo Direct or something. PlayStation Direct.
Let's just, and you know what? I actually value the Nintendo Direct now because it's just straight to the point. The games you're gonna play, this crazy weird stuff. I mean, Xbox. I feel like they just spent more time on things that personally I wasn't interested in, but that's just a personal thing. If you're into the games that they showed and really talked on, then you're like, wow, that's great. I mean, Gears obviously was a big one, but I'm talking Forza mainly, and then they didn't mention Halo at all. They didn't talk about the Halo Infinite at all, which bugged me. But anywho, off topic now, back on topic. What do you think their cross-platform is going to be, like their version of cross-platform? What do you think their solution is going to end up being?
I feel like their solution is going to be you can unlink the account, and you get to unlink an account once a month, so you don't go back and forth every time you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't think any money is going to be involved? Oh, here's an extra tier for you. You can have unlimited links.
That'd be really. I feel like that would make people more upset. That's like a microtransaction scandal again.
Yeah.
Like they'll get a lot of backlash from doing that. It's like, oh, you want to play with your friends? Pay some more money.
I feel like they're kind of waiting until it fizzles out, and then people stop caring about it.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
I never really heard any backlash because they couldn't play Minecraft with each other.
Well, back then it was just like a given that hey, cross-platform, that's not gonna happen. People were like, oh, PlayStation, Xbox are so separate. They'll never be friends. They'll never work together.
Well, I feel like most people were encouraging the differences too.
Yeah, there was a lot more fanboyism in PS3, Xbox 360 era. People were adamant because they're like, PS3 doesn't have any yearly fees for their online, but Xbox has better online, which was true and is still true.
Yeah, absolutely. Xbox Live is I love it. I mean, the only thing I hate is. Not hate, but the dash. I wish they kept the 360 simplicity of everything. Now it's like you're hitting the paddles to do this.
You have the Windows thing now, the Outlook kind of thing.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, so there was a lot more fanboyism, so it was just like, we're better than you. You're not.
I feel like there was a difference too. Like there actually was.
Now everything is very similar.
Yeah,
because they're all moving towards being a computer.
Yeah,
they're both moving towards being a computer,
and they're pretty much there's no more graphics comparisons for the most part. Like the biggest one is obviously now you'll have Switch. What version's better for the Switch?
Yeah,
but it's mostly PC and the Xbox, because then you have the Xbox Scorpion or Xbox One X versus Xbox or PlayStation Pro. So. Those are the newest graphics comparable things, but it's at the same time it's not like the 360 PlayStation 3 era where it was there was a difference. Like a lot of times the 360 version ended up playing better.
Yeah, because most games were developed for the 360 in mind, then ported to the PS3 because the PS3 was
the PS3 was designed stupid. They decided to do the chip. The special new chip that there was, and it just
confused people.
Yeah, the developers were like, "This is not cool."
And Xbox was just easier to develop for. That's why I one of the examples I like to use is Bayonetta. Xbox 360 version was the best version back then, and PS3 was shit.
Yeah, well, a lot of times, and that's what stopped me from getting the PlayStation 3 version a lot. Like PlayStation 3 for me was for exclusives only. Anytime there was any other I usually got for 360.
Mm-hmm.
because I love the controller, and it was just Xbox Live worked so much better, and it was just a better experience at the time. So
I remember I got PS3 instead of Xbox 360 because of the free online, and
well, that was big.
that was big.
That was a big thing.
And it sucks that we now have paid online, but no better online. It's not
exactly.
better.
It's not. It didn't evolve. Like when we thought we were gonna pay for it, everyone's like, "Oh, okay, that's fine," because I know they're gonna really enhance it and do something crazy.
They told us like we're gonna start charging for internet starting with PS4, but it's gonna be better as a result. And it hasn't been.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing like
it's not unplayable or anything.
Yeah.
It's just if you compare it to Xbox One, was always had paid internet.
Right.
It's Xbox still has better.
Yeah. I mean, I've never experienced anything with the PlayStation 4 that really like threw me off.
And
but
then,
yeah, like you're saying.
And then PC players are like, you guys tolerate paying for online services?
I know they're living the glory. They just have to update their machines whenever they can, and hopefully nothing blue screens and stuff like that. But anywho, final thoughts on this PS4 cross-platform play nonsense.
I hope Sony surprises me and just completely makes it okay, like everybody else. But it's
a business thing that they got to work out, because they have to find a way where they're not going to, jeopardize their business.
They won't jeopardize shit. It's even if they let this happen, they're not going to lose that much money. It's just a good
it honestly opens up something to like. It's like, oh, okay, I can play with everybody, and then it's like, well, now it comes down to what platform do you prefer?
Because now that Fortnite's huge, it's like it's like a pop culture thing.
Mm-hmm.
People will trade in their PS4s to get an Xbox One to play with their friends because it's such a big talking point for kids, teenagers, young adults.
Yeah,
it's mandatory to have something that if their friend group is into Fortnite, they need to play with each other.
Yeah.
And if someone has Xbox One, someone has PS4, they're gonna get an Xbox One to play it.
Yeah. Now I'm curious because you look at the streamers for Fortnite and a lot of streamers for a lot of big things, they're playing on PC. So I don't know if it's influencing a lot of kids to want to get a PC.
They might be taken aback by the initial cost of the PC, but I think in the long run, PC is a cheaper way to game. Just because no online costs and a lot of deals.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen. I mean, it's like, and especially Fortnite. I don't think Fortnite takes that much to play, or a lot of specs to play it.
Yeah.
Versus something else, but I mean, when it gets into something crazy, like if you want to play Skyrim again, just using Skyrim as an instance and having like the best mods on there, where it's like 4K amazingness. Yeah, then you want to update your PC a little bit to play that stuff, but. For the most part, yeah. But I'm just curious to see, because I know you're talking about, and it's true, we have a lot of streamers now influencing a lot of things in the gaming industry. So it's just, would this really affect PlayStation 4 in general, or is this something that, most younger people, I feel like I said, a lot of the streamers do PC, so maybe they're gonna try and get a PC, or maybe they got a Switch because it's cheaper. Maybe they got a Microsoft or an Xbox because of I don't know what's on Xbox. I mean, their exclusives suck this generation, but anyway.
But they have Game Pass, which is a cheap way for younger kids to play a lot of games.
And plus, they had the Xbox One S. So
they do have the One
which
S,
was very cheap. So and it came with great bundles and stuff like that. So
Xbox does good bundles.
So that's if as a parent, you look at what comes with it, and then what you're saying now. But anyway, getting back to the topic, yeah. So maybe Xbox is something. I don't know what the influence is for people to play it on PS4. Like if it's enough to hurt them, but I think a decision will come if, like you said, they're feeling it. From this, like like people are trading in stuff, like people are just dumping. Like I don't think people are going to dump their PS4s for this. They're like, no.
I feel like if the only game they play is Fortnite, I think they might like because I think a lot of gamers, the younger gamers at least, Fortnite is the game for them. Like they're not going to play stuff like Last of Us or.
I still feel like having a PS4 just to play Fortnite is overkill.
Some people might have had a PS4 beforehand, but they just barely play games every now and then. They play maybe played like NHL or FIFA, and now they have Fortnite, and they got into it, and everyone's playing it at school. So now they play every day with their friends. So they need something. I don't know. I feel like they might. I think that Fortnite. If people start trading in PS4s for Fortnite because they want to play with their friends, that's how Sony's gonna actually do something about it. So it's up to you.
Moral of the story, yeah. Speak out. Don't let
the bed bugs
don't give
bite.
in. Just let them give it to them. And Sony, start upping your game services because we're upset with you. Your exclusives are great, by the way.
Yes,
but your services, you need some thinking. Anyway,
make it free again. I don't want to pay for online anymore.
Yeah, at least make it better and stop having people hack. Damn it. Maybe that's what they're afraid. For some reason, someone will find a way to hack. I don't know how, but anyway. Moving on.